Sunanan, nominated to the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia. Does anyone seek recognition? Senator Hawley.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I had an interesting back and forth with Ms. Sunanan. She's an uncommon nominee, I have to say. This is an individual who represented a series of hedge funds who were trying to extract payments from Puerto Rico during a debt crisis, ultimately forcing Puerto Rico into bankruptcy proceedings. She's certainly, Ms. Sunanan, like any lawyer, is certainly entitled to represent whoever she wants. And I don't think there's any question there's no question of ethical violations in terms of who her clients are. She can represent anybody. And I don't think she violated her ethical responsibilities in representing these folks. I just question her judgment in doing so. And when I asked her about the fact that she was lead counsel, strangely to me, she denied that she was. And so I'd just like to enter into the record this article from the American Prospect, not exactly a conservative publication. The American Prospect, it's entitled, Mr. Chairman, Biden nominee asked about discrepancies in testimony. Thank you. And the point is this: if you look at the court filings, as this article details, she is the counsel of record, Ms. Sunanan is, in multiple of these proceedings with these hedge funds against Puerto Rico. The Jones Day website, that's the law firm for whom she works, praised her as the lead attorney. She was leading the team representing a group of investors in bonds issued by Puerto Rico's pension system. And again, it's her judgment to represent who she wants to represent, and so that's certainly fine. I question why it is she's chose to use her legal talents to help drive Puerto Rico into bankruptcy. And I just note that in Congress, on the other side, on the House side, Congresswoman Velazquez of New York has said that her nomination is an insult to the people of Puerto Rico. Those are her words, not mine. I'll let her explain what she means by that. But I've got serious problems with this nominee, given her judgment. I think there's no doubt that she's very able. In fact, part of what she did, as we talked about when she was in front of us, is she invented a new novel theory about why these hedge funds ought to get paid before Puerto Rican bondholders. So the hedge funds got paid first, and the actual citizens of Puerto Rico got paid last, had to have public services slashed, had to have austerity imposed on them. She was so successful in this that a bunch of other hedge funds piled into court and used her theories. So she's very smart. There's no doubt about it. She was a good lawyer for her clients. I just think what she did is objectionable. And I don't like the fact that she wouldn't just admit to us that she's lead counsel on the case. Her own law firm said so. So with the Prospect article lays out some of this, and with those concerns noted, Mr. Chairman, I yield.
I will respond very briefly, but first I want to give the clerk of the committee an opportunity to correct the record on a previous vote.
Yes, on the Martinez vote, the ayes are 13, the nays are 8.
Martinez vote, the ayes 13 to 8. So the nomination will be favorably reported to the floor. My only response, Senator Hawley, is that you received a letter from Mr. Brogan, Stephen Brogan, who I understand is one of the lead partners at Jones Day, the firm that Ms. Sunanan was part of, and he said expressly on the issue of lead counsel, regarding the Puerto Rico insolvency matter, Bruce Bennett, one of the foremost insolvency lawyers in the world, was the lead lawyer. So she did not misrepresent her status in that case. I ask that this letter be made part of the record without objection. Did you want to say a word?
All I would say, Mr. Chairman, is that she is listed as counsel.